guys that thinks they're like what is it like?
Rob and Slim Show.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How's it going? Is Greg Harty?
This is Greg Harty. Yep.
How you doing, dude?
Not too bad. I before we even get started, I wanted to point out. I wanted to ask you if you guys have a feud going with those assholes that reviewed you the last time.
Well, I don't know if they came back to us. They never said anything. So.
I thought that was pretty fucking brazen. You know?
Yeah.
The balls on somebody. It's just like a couple of old fucking ladies, like two of your mother-in-laws, just like chirping at you, backhanded comments.
Yeah, right. I actually should have tweeted at them, that we reviewed them back, but I didn't even do
Definitely.
that. I should though.
I'm trying to instigate a war right now. So let's do this. Let's get this started. A couple of fucking milk toast douchebags are like, this guy wanted to be in radio. It's like, what, you didn't? You want to fucking
yeah, right?
Seriously.
I didn't even think of that. Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
I mean, I was flattered when he called me a minor celebrity. I aspire to be a minor celebrity.
The crazy thing is, though, we've had Stuttering John from the Stern Show. We've had
Bob Levy,
Mike Bichetti, Bob Levy. We've had some big people.
Banks.
We've had David Banks. He's a Hollywood actor. He's been in like thousands of commercials. Like,
don't justify yourself to them.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
exactly. Greg, how long have you been in LA?
I've been in LA for a while. I've been out here for about 10 years. I'm originally from Boston.
You still got the accent, though. I like that.
I do, yeah, especially when I've been drinking.
Nice. I was going to say, I loved your tweet about meeting so many horrible people you can't even, make jokes about it.
Oh, yeah. No, it's too fast. It's constant. The second you walk out into the street, you see 5 assholes you just want to make fun of, but it overwhelms you.
I heard they're, nice to your face and just fucking cunting behind your back.
No, I mean, you guys are all East Coast guys, so, you do or don't like someone, you just say it out here.
Yeah.
It's they say it behind your back, they spell it to your face. It's the usual bullshit. But it's Hollywood's full of fake people, so that's just the way it works.
I had a couple friends that moved out there that came back and just couldn't get back here soon enough. They fucking they couldn't stand it.
I mean, you're right. It's fine. I know that it's the price of doing business out here. So there are, and I don't want to shit on it too much because a lot of people are like, oh, LA just sucks. There's a lot of good people out here too. It's just they're fewer and far between.
Yeah, that's what it just seems like. Just too many fake people, man. Too many.
Yeah, I mean it's the nature of the entertainment industry, really. I mean that's literally you have to be self-important, and not care about other people, and that instantly makes you an asshole. So. Again, it's like a reviewer that would come on.
But they care so much about charities and shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's horseshit.
They just do it for the praise.
Oh, it's exactly like the South Park episode with you
that's
and
an
Bono.
attention thing too.
Yeah, exactly. It's like look at the good shit I do. Aren't I a good person?
Yeah, look at all the money I give to the poor people. It's like, what do you actually do? Nothing. I just give money. Fuck them.
You said you've only been doing stand up for a year, right?
Yeah, I'm brand new to it, so I've been doing it part-time for about a year. And that's, like I say, that's also why I'm especially sensitive to an asshole comment like that. I see these, you see the same thing when you're doing an open mic. LA is it's notoriously bad to start stand-up out here.
Wow, I figured New York would be harder, or even Boston,
No, so New York and Boston, they say are better places to start. And again, this is all they say bullshit. I don't know. Nobody knows, but. It's easier to get time in Boston. It's hard to get you go to an open mic out here, you wait 2 hours in line, and then you go do it, and it's a random thing. Is that your beeping of mine? I'm sorry.
I think it's.
That was us.
Yeah, probably
one of ours.
That was
Slim. No,
Slim.
that's Slim.
Yeah.
That's all good. So it's harder to get on stage, I guess. And again, I've been told by some people that started out in Boston it's a little easier to get stage time, but. I didn't, so fuck it, I'm out here now. But you see these people that are they're doing open mics, and then they'll shit on another comic. And it's like, these are open mics, guys. It's like, it's like pushing a baby down when he's taking his first step.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've been to shows where it was open mic, and the club owner was like, we were booing, we were heckling just in the crowd, and open micers, he said, no, You're not allowed to do that. If you do it anymore, we're kicking you out.
Yeah. Again, it's one of those things. It's just like these are all new comics. They're not ready for that. We're stretching our legs and everything else, and so for another creative to come in and take a shit on somebody, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But,
And what did you do before that? You wrote books?
I have written a book. I came out here to write. What I did is I came out here and I fucked off a long time.
That's what I did when I went to college.
Yeah. So I came out here a couple years after college. I had worked in video games back in Boston, and then I worked on TV. I've had a bunch of shitty but great jobs out here. They're all part-time contracts, stuff like that. And meanwhile, I've been writing stuff, but didn't really take it too seriously until a couple of years ago. So recently optioned a screenplay, wrote a novel, self-published it, and started stand-up. So that's all in the last 3 years or so.
Wow, I saw the novel. What was it called? The Non-Demonic Possession?
That's correct. The Non-Demonic Possession of Linus Maynard. If you're it's a comedy, horror. If you like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it's that kind of book.
It had like 4.5 stars out of 5.
I was trying to figure out what it kind of reminded me of, because I read like the first 2 pages that they gave you the samples for on Amazon, and definitely Hitchhiker's Guide, and I don't know if you're familiar with, what was that guy's name again that did like the Discworld and
Gaiman.
Yeah, Terry Pratchett. Yep.
And Terry Pratchett, very Terry Pratchett.
I just read the synopsis and the characters sounded amazing. A fucking hamster with a drinking problem. I was like, this sounds like the best book in the world.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's so that was I put that out about a year ago. That was my baby. I did it for fun, and I self-published it. I don't know if I'd ever self-publish again. It's a nightmare, but
wow,
it's fun to have it out there.
Yeah, I love stuff like that where, like, in the beginning of the book, you keep saying non-demonic, malignant.
Yeah, what is a non-demonic possession?
I had a thesaurus out when I was writing it. I'm not that clever. I need to learn the words as I use them.
Are you doing paid gigs yet, Greg?
No, I'm not. Nope. This
okay.
is so my first show will be unpaid, of course, because this is LA and we don't make money doing comedy out here. But my first major, big venue show is the 29th. I'll be at the Comedy Store. I think you're legally bound to say the world famous Comedy Store when you're going up there, but that'll be. I did my first audition gig about a week ago, and went pretty well. So I'm literally just hatching out of the egg right now for stand-up.
Nice. That's cool, dude. Awesome, man. Have you met any big comedians or celebrities out there?
Met and befriended? No. I've met. You see celebrities all the time. I worked on the television show House for a year, so I met a lot then.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a septier. Like I say, I fucked around a lot when I first got out here, and I was septier on the show House for a year. So that I met a lot of celebrities then,
cool.
A lot of actors. I've met some good comics out here just doing what I'm doing, but none of the really huge ones.
Yeah, I didn't know if you met like Bill Burr or anything, being both from Boston and
again, no, I met him in a meet and greet after I watched the show, but again, we're not familiar with each other. We don't hang out.
Yeah.
If he's listening, I want to open and/or play your little brother in some show. I don't give a fuck.
Do you know Judd Travis? He's a comedian friends of ours from out there.
No. Is he from Boston?
No, he's from Texas, but he moved to LA. Kind of the same thing, just starting out there.
Yeah, nice. Well, I'll have to look him up. I'll follow him on Twitter, and then we'll be fast friends, of course.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. He's funny.
So I have a question. Our intern Pete brings this up to me like once a week. He hasn't done it yet, but he keeps talking about that he wants to go and do stand-up, and he brought it up to me again today, and he's like, I think I'm finally going to do it, and just to see like if I would be comfortable with bombing or not. And I was just wondering, like, is that like you just started out? Have you bombed? And
you're basically gonna your first time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Look, yes, everybody bombs. You talk about Bill Burr, and if you listen to his podcast at all, he talks about bombing too. Everybody bombs. That's one of the things. So, like, a lot of people talk about that. They're like, oh, I don't know if I could ever do that. And it's like, I started later in life, and a lot of it was because I was a little worried about the performance. I can write. My background is writing. I know I can write things to make people laugh, but I didn't know if I could perform. And the truth was I couldn't, which is why I've been doing it for a year. Everybody has to work on it.
I think with age too, it's better starting later. I think you're just a little more confident.
Well, I always tell people this: like, if you're afraid of bombing, the worst thing that could ever happen to you is just people booing you, telling you to get off the stage. Right? That's really embarrassing. And believe me, it sucks when people don't laugh at shit you say. But at the same time, like, if you've seen people die in your life, it's not that fucking bad. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I got booed off stage. Who gives a shit? Like, if you've lost a relative, that's, put it in perspective.
I like
if
that.
Your friend wants to do it, tell him to do it, because I waited a long time to do it, and I regret that. I wish I started a lot earlier. And I tell everybody that thinks about doing it, do it twice. Because two things will happen when you first go up. You'll either do really well and you'll get this false sense that you're a superstar, and that's horseshit. or you'll bomb out and you'll be afraid to go back, but you should go back for the second time. Because really, all it takes, you'll know if you want to do it or not the second one joke hits. All you need is that one joke, and the room, bursts into laughter, and you get that high, and that either drives you, or you'll just be like, oh, that wasn't that good, and you'll never do it again. But if you hit that joke and you get a room full of people laughing at you, and you love it, then you'll keep doing it.
Nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So do it, Pete. Just
yeah,
do
bro.
It.
Yeah.
Pete,
Stop
do
talking
it,
about
Pete.
it and do it.
We'll have Robin Slim
Pete,
live
stop being a
from Pete.
pussy.
Man, the fuck up.
He's leaving us and he's going on the Ingenuity show.
Ingenuity.
Oh God, I'm not smart enough for those guys.
None of us are. They're way over.
I don't know if he's boring enough for them.
You got to slurp a lot.
Which one of you guys made the cut? So I'm getting Invisalign done right now. I took it really offensive when you talked about the slurping and the retainer. Fuck off. I'm 36. I have to wear one. That's a friendly fuck you to everybody that has to have their teeth straightened at 36 years old.
Oh, man, I thought I had it done late. I had it done in high school.
Oh, yeah. No, I did too. But then, long story short, I smashed my teeth in when I was drunk one night. And to get them fixed, you got to straighten them first and then get them permanently done. So, watch where you're walking.
I like that. Oh, man. What, have you ever gotten in an altercation over one of your jokes?
No, not yet. No, I stay safe in that I don't talk politics ever. I don't like them. Anybody that is serious about politics, I'm like, oh yeah. The guy that you like is so good and noble and true, and the other guy's an asshole, right? That's the way this works. Come on.
That's exactly
So
how
I don't do political jokes, and then I don't really do like race jokes or anything else like that. It's just not what I do. I do fucking Harry Potter jokes and shit like that. So it's I Star Wars and geek shit. So my stuff doesn't hit there. So I don't really get a lot of that. Although I have had bad reactions from some gross jokes, but that's all part of the ball game. I've never been confronted. No.
Cool. Yeah. Well, Slim said when we were starting this project, he read about things not to talk about, and religion and politics were just the top.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's again. It tends to be. I mean, obviously not for a radio show, but it's like a workplace thing where you don't sex, religion, and politics at the workplace is a no. Now, obviously, the comedy and you guys, you have a comedy show, but also just radio and broadcasting. You could talk about sex, and you should, because it's funny. But the religion, and look, if that's what you do, if that's the joke, I make a couple of jokes about being Catholic. It's because I am, and I'll do that. But I'm not going to be coming out against, like a lot of people are going to be doing Muslim jokes and stuff right now. I'm not doing that.
It can't be all you do either. If you go one or two, it's all right. But yeah, it can't be your whole act, I think.
Yeah, well, that's it too. Again, like there's a line where you made a joke and it's fine. And again, I'm a big First Amendment. Obviously, every comedian should be an advocate of the First Amendment. But there is a point where you're being tasteless and everything else. And look, it's to each their own. Like I say, when Louis C.K. comes out and he does the 3 words that are just the worst words in the language, and he's one of the best in the business, and he can do that. And it's partly because that's just his act. You know what I mean? But if you're a fake.
Yeah.
And you want to come in and try to do something like that's like I say, I don't, in my regular conversation, that's not something that comes up for me, so I can't make jokes about it. It just wouldn't work for me.
I see. What's your next project going to be, Greg? Are you just focused on comedy, or are you writing another book?
No, I like to kill myself with work all the time. So I'm currently
overloaded.
I'm writing a feature screenplay that's a comedy, and 2 pilots. And again, like I don't know if you know any writers out here in LA, we're all a bunch of blowhard fakers. So I'm really writing one of those things, but I like to tell people I'm writing all 3. And then then stand up too. I'm working on the stand up. I've got several minutes are ready to go, about 20 minutes of polished material. Like I said, I think we tweeted back and forth a little earlier. I'm a year in. I got about 20 minutes that's good to go, and now I've got to go out there and do that and work on more time after that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm writing a bunch of shit.
So in your writings, like the scripts and the novels and stuff, do you always kind of fuse together comedy and like supernatural things? Yeah.
So it's like I do genres that I like. So those are the 2 that I like. My option screenplay that they're trying to get made into a movie, I don't want to go too deep into it because it's a good company and I want to let them try to do their jobs, and I can only fuck it up. But that was a spy thriller, so it was elements of comedy in everything that I write. Like I'm always going to throw a couple lines in, but that's it's more an action movie that has a couple of funny moments in it. So I like action. I like popcorn shit. I'm never going to win an Oscar. I don't want to. It's too serious. It's I want escapism and popcorn when I go in the movie.
I think that popcorn shit makes you the most money, though, man.
Yeah, it really does.
That wouldn't hurt. That wouldn't hurt at all.
Exactly.
I can't wait to sell out.
Yeah. It made, when you were explaining that, it made me think of like one of my favorite movies this year was The Kingsman. Is that what it was called? Kingsman?
I haven't seen it, but I want to see that movie.
It's so good.
Yeah,
with Samuel L. Jackson and I forget. But it's like a spy thriller, but it's all like it's goofy. Like it's kind of like parodying like the Bond films, but also being serious in the same way. Like it's just action packed and it's amazing. You got to see it. I think it's called The Kingsman.
The Kingsman, the British spy movie.
Yes.
Yeah. That's in my queue.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I want to ask you, Greg, who turned a discussion about green beans into a political argument? How does that even go there?
Sakes.
Doesn't that happen at fucking Thanksgiving every year?
Yeah.
Every year you got that one relative that wants to
be
like
an asshole.
whoever he hates. This year it'll be whatever aunt and uncle hate. Like, I hate Clinton, I hate Trump, and and you're like, I just want to fucking eat and watch football. Can you guys leave me the fuck alone? It'd be like, this green bean casserole is great. And he's like, who picks the green beans is the immigrants, and then it's fucked. You just fucked.
We owe it all to the Syrians growing it right now.
I don't. Yeah, it's so brutal. Again, this day and age, I cannot stand that. Like every conversation just turns, especially like again when this time next year it's going to be a zoo. With just like, you must be and whatever you are, Republican or a Democrat.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
It comes down to people just have nothing of their own to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's and again, like the dumber you are, the easier you are to stir up by these fucking news shows. You know what I mean? Like you just buy right into it. Yeah, like that's clearly he's an idiot. My guy's smart.
Yeah.
We're the only truth here. Your thing is fucking stupid. But...
Of course.
Right. Well, that's it. I mean, like everybody else, again, they're evil and corrupt. It's like every one of them is evil and corrupt.
Yeah,
Great
they're
stuff
all.
to have.
Yeah, dude.
They're all
I mean,
scumbags.
Fox
My
News is just
favorite-
as scummy as CNN. Like, they're both just as scummy.
Oh, they all have their own agenda.
Yeah.
They all do. My favorite line in a non-comedy movie that's hilarious is like Godfather, where he's like, maybe our son can be a senator, and she's like, senators don't have people killed, Michael, and he's like, now who's being naive? You know, it's just
Wow.
Right?
Senators don't have people killed. That's a good one right there.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
So what do you think about Charlie Sheen having AIDS?
Ooh.
no, I don't. Oh God, now that's another one. Like people are piling in, and it's like, come on. I mean, look, the guy had risky behavior, and it's not a surprise. I don't like weighing in on that because I believe in. I'm not a very spiritual person,
Right.
but
Yeah.
like everybody gets their Godsmack type of thing. Like, look at him, he's got AIDS, and then it's like, what is that? Is that a herpes?
I just think it's great that he was blaming the people he paid extortion money to, because that money could have went to his kids. Well, you
Yeah.
could have just gave that money to your kids and told everybody, you know, like, what the fuck?
I mean, look, that guy's been talking out his ass for a while. So I mean,
Literally.
disease aside, again, like I said,
he's...
I don't love the idea of like piling on somebody who's just announced they have a terminal illness, incurable illness. It's like, yeah, let's make fun of them. You know, like come
That's
on.
what we did.
Yeah, but it is. But he is like, we listen to and talk about it, and he's kind of
yeah.
turning it into a bit. He's turning
Or
the whole
trying
thing
to play a
into bit.
victim himself.
Yeah.
I was
Hey,
being blackmailed.
again, I'm not saying he's off limits. I'm just saying I don't like weighing in on that. You guys, thank God you're doing the dirty work that I don't have to do.
Although our weighing in on it was just playing age songs over
Yeah,
and over.
the South Park, yeah,
Not to mention our commentary.
It's fucking Family Guy and South
Family
Park.
Guy and
South
Team
Park.
America.
Yeah, Team America World Police.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I look forward to South Park's take on it. I think those guys are the smartest and funniest guys
Oh,
around.
they're
And,
so-
Oh,
and,
dear Lord, that should be
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Again, like I was thinking about again with that review. It's like that guy's podcast is like a Yelp review, and that's like if you saw that episode on South Park, they said it. They did it all. I can't joke anymore about Yelp reviews.
Nice. Shit, Greg, we have to wrap this up, dude, but where can everybody find you?
So, like I say, November 29th, I will be at the Comedy Store at the Martin Harris Comedy Hour. I believe it's 8:05 at night, and it'll be a little too early for me to finish watching my Patriots play, which bums me out. But it'll be my first big show. Please come out. Tell them I sent you.
Awesome, dude. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming
Yeah,
on,
take
brother.
care, man.
All right, have a good one, guys.
You
I'm
too.
going,
Take
dude.
it easy.
Yo, I think we just need one more. You've got AIDS.
I think we need to hear your campaign again. I
Oh.
don't think I've heard that enough.
Oh my!
Oh, yeah, it's never enough.
Yeah.
Because we need to push this. Because if
Yeah.
we're going to get a lot of written votes, it's going to happen here.
It's gonna be a. It's gonna
Anyone
be a
who's
movement.
tuning in now for the big announcement, we're about to play the big announcement.
Yes!
Here it is. This is the big announcement.
I got your big announcement right here.
Big.
Lamborghini for president.
You know, we've been working real hard on this.
America, do you think it's time for a change? Are you thirsty for some real leadership? Then let's vote for Slamborghini Burlington 2016. The Slamborghini will make all the hard choices for you, starting with birth control,
I'm gonna make little fetuses in your colon, baby.
caring for the elderly.
70-year-old women are my fetish.
He was the real inventor of the internet, not Al Gore.
I'll give you the link to my dick shaft, baby.
And he has the gumption to say things no one else will.
I'm jerking off, baby. It's all over.
His running mate, Ron Burlington, has a strong stance on terrorism.
What about these ISIS folks? The ISIS folks over in the Middle East. So, you know, those piece of shits.
And strong roots based in religion.
I respect the man of God. I love man of God. My uncle was a man of God.
He'll even deal with the demons plaguing our homeland.
Because I've read about thousands of demons, and it scares the shit out of me because there's many demons out there.
So get off your lazy ass Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, America, and cast your vote for Slamborghini Burlington. This message has been paid for by Frankie Tube Steaks.